Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel's Finding Value. Today we're going to go over the daily technical analysis update of gold and natural gas. By that I mean oil and natural gas, even though I said gold. I don't know why I said gold, but it's oil and natural gas. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll let you know what I think of them. This is, again, just my financial opinion. Please don't use it as advice. But here we go. This is light crude oil behind me futures. We've got the massive pattern. Now, if this is, I'm just going to play with some trend-based fib extension. Let's do the last bull market and project if this was a continuation pattern. If it's a continuation pattern, we have a good chance of hitting 180 bucks. If this was the first leg, a consolidation, and then we're going to come and do a third leg or something. That's a possibility. I don't know if we're going to hit that. The next one above that is a ways away, $315. So I think that's where we're going. Eventually, I don't know the exact time frame, but it's probably within the next 10 years, somewhere between 180 and $315. That's my projection, and not my prediction, but a projection that we could potentially be going. But we're at 111, up 7.65% today. We've broken out of this little pattern on the short-term basis. Here's the short term. We've ripped right through it, and it looks like it could continue higher. We'll see. Look for a reversal pattern, which means you'll open up but close down, or it'll rally really high and reverse back down. That's a topping pattern. I don't think we're topping like all time. If we were to top, it would be a short-term top and a big long-term uptrend. Natural gas moving higher, up 5.2%. That one's looking good. It's staying above its support line. Everything is in check. XOP also moving higher. A little bit. It opened up, ended down a little bit. That's why it's red. But we are above all of these downtrend lines that you can draw in here. So that looks good. SM Energy, let's go to the dailies here. It's trying to break out of this little resistance area. It's trying. We've got Centennial Resource Development encountering some resistance up there. Just a small little down day today. Crew Energy hitting resistance. We're at all these resistance lines that we've got to eventually break through. Callum Petroleum's at its resistance line on a long-term big old pattern move. Athabasca Oil is now at its resistance line. It's hitting its head on resistance. Recaf, it's right on resistance as well. Support resistance. It's got to break back through that. Crescent Point Energy has broken out. It's getting a little bit of selling pressure here, but we got a lot of resistance up through here. Northern Oil and Gas coming on up, getting a little bit of resistance. It's getting through it. It's sticky. GTE, it's ripping higher, 4.86%. That one looks good. Tellurian, that one also, if you were to take it, is right at that support resistance line, depending on how you draw this. It's right there in that general vicinity. Pedevco, barely up today, getting a little bit of resistance as well. Cisco Royalty, Oasis Petroleum, just moving sideways for the most part. Comstock Resources, a little bit of an up day today. Sandridge, moving on up, getting into the resistance line of this guy over here. So it's hitting its resistance, head-on resistance. Ring Energy's right above its support resistance line, getting a little bit of resistance. Everything's at resistance, guys. Surge Energy's been surging higher. That's got a massive move there. And then Tamarack Valley Energy, I've got that moving on higher. Small little update today above its big old support line. So of the oil and exploration companies, we're just hitting our head on all these resistances. We have seen the price diverge from oil. So oil's taken off. The oil companies are kind of lagging. It looks like they want to do a pullback, but oil just continues to surge higher. Will it pull back? I don't know, but I'm not going to do anything for my shares. I don't care. Doesn't matter. I'm in it for the 5 to 10 years. If we pull back because something relaxes with the war, so what? The inventory is still incredibly low. The problems all still remain there. They're all going to be persistent, the problems. So I'm just going to hold on to my shares. There's no reason to sell anything. Going into the energy service companies, this area looks really strong. We've got nice, good buying pressure today. We've broken this kind of long-term downtrend. We are still in super cheap land for energy service companies. So this is my sector that I really like looking at. Like Tetra Technologies, it's still coming on up. It was up 6.77% on the dailies. It's broken the small little downtrend or pattern here. That one looks good. Riggs putting in a bullish engulfing on top of a downtrend line. That one looks really good to be purchasing some shares in for myself. That's where I'm going to be buying some on Rig. Pump is pumping up. This one also has a big, large downtrend break. It's been rolling higher. This one also looks pretty good. It's losing a little bit of momentum, but I'd still be a buyer all in this general vicinity up here. EXTN's kind of taken off a little bit, but it's still incredibly cheap down here. It is contracting a little bit, like it wants to roll over a little bit there. Valaris been moving on higher, looks real strong, right at almost 52-week highs, maybe even all-time highs after the bankruptcy. MMA offshore still looking really good. I'd be a buyer here. Looks fantastic. Tidewater's looking good. It's just chopping sideways, but I do like that it's above its breakout here, so it looks really good. NEX continues to rip it, just absolutely ripping it. It does look like it's slowing down a little bit. We've got CHX down here. It's still within the pattern. Everything's looking okay. Cactus Energy, or Cactus Incorporated, breaking out. It broke out of this pattern here. It was going sideways, and now we're getting a break higher. So that looks good. OII is following the rest of the crew. This guy's right underneath its long-term downtrend line here. I do think we're going to break here at any second and probably have a pretty big move up. Noble Energy looking incredibly strong, breaking its downtrend today, downtrend line. I would be a buyer. That one looks good. Helix Energy Solutions is another one that I think looks really good. It's probably going to break this pattern to the upside. We've got a nice, good bullish engulfing here. HLX looks really good. And then CGGYY is moving sideways. It breaks out, does a return move, and then you got to move on up. I'll cover the coal companies real quick. They're doing New Hope Corporation looks absolutely fantastic. Big downtrend line. It's breaking it, and it's moving higher. That's NHPEF or New Hope Corporation for a coal company. This looks really good. BTU is also breaking out of its little resistance area here. We could see a pullback to the top of it. Maybe not. We'll see. But that's breaking out. That looks fantastic. Yancoal is off to the races, just burning it. This looks like a really good chart here. It's broken this massive pattern. Up, the pullback, the return move, and now we're just ripping higher again. We've got Whitehaven Coal. This guy's looking good, moving on higher up, almost 9%. Thungela is killing it, 19.34%. It is gone, looking fantastic. The coal companies look absolutely excellent. Anything in the energy sector looks excellent. All of it. Uranium, natural gas, coal, oil, I don't care what it is. Energy service companies, they all look good. We are probably coming up into an energy crisis. It's going to be pretty rough. Hopefully this isn't peak oil. Hopefully that we have alternative solutions. Hopefully we can get more energy efficient. The only problem with becoming more energy efficient is that people will just use more energy. You're going to come back to square one where we're just going to blow up energy consumption for the most part. The richer people get, the more energy they consume. It's just a fact. And a lot of people in the world are in that S-curve to consume more energy and become wealthier in a lot of these third world countries. So I think, for me, energy is the spot to be in my opinion. Energy, precious metals is a form of stored energy. Mining is converting energy into useful products. So that's all good and well. I like the physical metals. I like the energy companies. And then I like dilly-dallying in the royalty companies, where it's a play on energy, basically eliminating the input costs and a direct play on the commodity itself, with volume and price. So I like all these things, guys. They look really good. Just hold on. If you guys got investments, just hold on, baby. It's coming. Your accounts will be happy for it. Give me a thumbs up for the content, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for listening. This is Finding Value.